guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speaks. Now, before we begin this video, I just want to paint you a scenario, okay? Now, imagine pouring your heart, your savings, and your soul into building a business only for your own community to rub you blind. That is exactly what happened in a now viral video that I'm going to be showing you guys today, where a group of black patrons, they weren't patrons, black thieves walking into a black-owned restaurant, eating and laughingly walking out fully fed without paying a dime. Now, stories like this are the reason why I spit in the face of those fools who call me names for holding black people like me accountable for their stupid actions. Today's topic is going to expose the cultural decay that I keep hammering about, which is slowly destroying the black community. But before we get into the video though, please do well to subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel in any way that you can. Alright. Now, how many of you remember this video?
It's like lawlessness and crime, because there is a little bit of that. We can't deny that, right?
Personally, I don't look at a crime. If you're going into Target, a multi-billion-dollar company, and stealing clothes, it's not a crime. You're resourceful.
It's not a crime?
Hell no. You're resourceful as You're homeless.
That's where we disagree, I think.
You've been displaced. I mean, because you're white and I'm black, there's a whole nother socio-economical piece that I have never had access to. So you can go into any single place and put your name on a piece of paper, apply for that job. You're not worried about if your name sounds too black. You're not worried about if when you show up, if you got to do something with your locks because it's inappropriate.
But if we steal from Target, then we steal from CVS, then we steal from Walmart, and then the Walmarts leave, and then all we have.
But we built it.
No, but then all we have are corner stores in Oakland when we run out all these large businesses, right?
Our corner stores are mom and pop's own. They're black and brown owned. We don't steal from our corner stores. That's the crazy part.
Security footage shows a man walking into Ideal Market in Oakland and seconds later ripping out the store's ATM. It happened around 10 p.m. Thursday night while the store was still open with an employee inside.
We have ATM as a convenience for the neighborhood, for the customers that come here.
So according to her, black people robbing stores blind, stealing from people's businesses and forcing these stores to leave their neighborhoods are not criminals. So according to her, black people robbing stores blind, stealing from people's businesses and forcing these businesses to leave their neighborhoods are not criminals. To her, they are resourceful heroes who are just collecting their rightful reparations because of all the trauma that was inflicted on them by the system. Not minding how disgusting and how utterly morally bankrupt she sounds, she also went ahead to claim that these degenerate blacks who have no decency and no self-shame do not steal from black and brown owned businesses. It is mom and pop owned. We only steal from white people's businesses. But then again, the next clip in that video shows the degenerates stealing from a black and brown owned business. What a disappointment. What a culture. What a disgrace. But this video is not what we are here to discuss today. This is, take a look.
Young lady who was serving their table, she got kids at home. You know, she gets a percentage of that tip. You know, she worked hard to serve their table. They had a lot of food.
It's actually disappointing. You know, it's very disappointing to see that from the community that we actually serve, because we pour into our community.
We're a small business, and I see this happening so often to a lot of different small businesses throughout the city. And I mean, we got to do something. They apologized. They sent someone up here to pay the bill, but I declined to accept it. At that point, it was just like, you know, we're gonna pursue this the right way.
That's right. Reparations served hot and unpaid. Now, I'm not one of those people who use words like black-owned businesses. No, I'm not. I'd rather just say businesses. It doesn't matter if it is owned by a black, blue, purple, alien, whatever. As long as it is a business, that is what matters to me. But these guys we saw in these videos are the ones who are so focused on black-owned businesses. They are the ones who you see on the internet shouting, support black businesses. Black businesses matter. They don't want our success. They don't want us to grow. I'm sure you know who they mean by they. Okay, you know who they are talking about when they say they. But yeah, this is how these black queens and kings support black-owned businesses, by stealing from their own, by stealing from one of their own. Now, these restaurant owners, who are black, by the way, likely built their business from the ground up, dodging crime and high taxes, working extremely hard, only to be set back by the very crowd of people that are probably the pioneers of support black-owned businesses, the loudest on social media. Now, this is what happens when a particular group of people are being tolerated and coddled for their degeneracy. This is what you get when some group of individuals are being told that their atrocious tendencies are okay. It is resourceful attitude. This is how they respond to past traumas that they never actually went through. Leave them alone. Blame white supremacy and racism. This is exactly what you get by tolerating those kind of behaviors. Now, I can beat my chest that you haven't seen this news anywhere, okay? Especially on mainstream media, I can beat my chest that you haven't seen it. No one cares about this kind of horrible story. No one is talking about it, and that is simply because it doesn't fit the narrative. Imagine what would have happened if a group of white teenagers or white people went into a black-owned business or a brown-owned business or even a white-owned business and did the same thing. Imagine what would have happened. The news would have been plastered on the screen and on the papers of every mainstream media in this world, okay? If this were to be a group of white people and they went into a black-owned business or even white-owned business and dined and ran away without paying for their food, of course, that would be so rare to find. But if it does happen, the news will be plastered on every social media platform, on every news channel, on every news station you can ever think of. CNN would be running a 5-part documentary on the legacy of Southern cuisine and racial capitalism. But since this hits close to the liberal narrative's blind spots, you'll hear crickets, nothing. This also showcases the black fatigue phenomenon that people have been complaining about. Reasonable black people included, okay? Reasonable black people like the 2 black guys who owns these restaurants. The fact that the society is tired of all the nonsense coming from the bad apples in the black community, whose population seems to be multiplying every day. The nonsense is too much, guys. Enough is supposed to be enough. When exactly are we planning to stop all this craziness? Have we not had enough? Have we not done enough? Isn't it about time we eliminated this harmful culture? Isn't it high time we do away with this culture that values entitlement over ethics? I mean, when do we really stop? Come on, when? I'm asking this question because I'm aware that people are quickly noticing. They are looking at us with disgust and they are beginning to treat us accordingly, to treat us horribly based on this continuous cycle of depravity. I came across a video of some black guys who went to eat at a restaurant. I think it looked like a Chinese restaurant, but the waiter refused to serve them unless they pay upfront.
Why do we have to pay now? We could pay, that's the thing. But we feel like you're obviously feel some type of way for us to give us the check before we eat.
You think that we're gonna not pay?
That's what you think.
No, sometimes we need to pay first.
No,
sometimes.
It's not no sometimes. Why sometimes?
We just something.
Why? But why? Man, we want to know why.
Is it because we're black?
No, don't. We almost
It's okay.
like 80%.
No, it's okay. So do you think that we're not going to pay because of how we look?
No. We just
So okay.
So what's the difference between them?
Miss, why didn't they have to pay first?
No, just pay first and then it's same.
Okay, so you're the manager, right?
No, the manager not here today, but I'm in the charge.
Okay, so we want to know why didn't they pay?
Just get her name.
What is your name?
Get her first and last name. Can we get your first and last name, please?
Now, can you blame that woman? Can you blame that woman for trying to be on the safe side? I mean, she has been seeing all the people eating at restaurants and running away without paying, and all of them had a certain skin color. Maybe this is just pattern recognition. Maybe she has recognized the pattern, okay? I don't think she did anything wrong. She's just trying to be cautious, not to be on the receiving end of one of our degenerate behaviors. Of course, these black guys may have the intention of eating their meal and actually paying before leaving, which is actually what is supposed to be done. They might actually be great, honorable, responsible people, but the actions of some people in the community have destroyed their upright reputation and have forcefully lumped them in with the bad apples. Of course, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. Now, this is why I refuse to keep quiet in the face of this nonsense. I won't sit here and allow these guys to destroy things for the rest of us. I won't. This is disgusting, okay? The owners of this business had the audacity to believe that in 2025, merit, hustle, and building something from the ground up might actually earn them respect and loyalty from their own community. Silly men, they did not get the memo. They did not know that these days, paying for things is a tool of white supremacy or capitalism. It is better you start selling illicit drugs or start rapping or something. Because yeah, these guys must have their reparations whichever way they can. They are going to rob black businesses. They will also rob white businesses. They must justify the negative stereotypes already associated with them, all the while screaming racism when someone points out or calls out their degeneracy. This is just plain embarrassing. However, though, I really applaud these two business owners for not accepting the money later on after the thieving fools were identified. Okay, the fools offered to pay after they were identified, but the owners refused to just collect the money. Currently, they have filed a report for theft with the police, and I hope that the thieves were punished a little more severely, even though I know that they might be getting off or being let off way too easy because of their skin color. But I just hope that they get dealt with for this useless behavior. As always, guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions, but feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buying me a coffee if you like, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.